around, children. Gather around. This is Sister Georgie coming to you from Mississippi by way of Jamaica, West Indies. How y'all doing today? Oh my God. Isn't God good all the time? Let me fix my hair. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Ooh. I'm feeling good in my spirit, y'all. How y'all doing today? Yes, this is the Georgie reading Bible stories to children.
Hey kids! Listen closely to the story. Then join the Excel Kids game and play totally free, or ask your parents to register you as a member to play to win exciting rewards. For kids only. Saturdays at 8 a.m. and Sundays at 9:30 a.m. on Carib Vision.
Hey children, how y'all doing today? Yes, this is your friendly neighbor. Oh my goodness, it's the Georgie. Y'all missed me from last week. Oh my Lord. It's Georgie from Mississippi by way of Jamaica, West Indies. Y'all miss me? I miss y'all, you know. I like reading these Bible stories to y'all children. Yes, you know, it's just one of them days, you know, and it's early in the morning, you know, but so glad to be here again on this morning to read Bible stories to children. Children, Jesus loves you so much. And, you know, Sister Georgie loves children. Yes. Sister Georgie loves children, yes. Sister Georgie loves to see when children grow up to be great little boys and girls. Yes, doing great wonders for society, doing great wonders in their home. And guess what? You don't have to wait till you grow up. You could plan something in your home. You could do a little baking thing, learn how to bake. Yes. Ask your mom to teach you how to cook. You could probably fry some eggs or something, you know. I'm just about to get into the broadcast, but I just want to share a little bit with you. Okay? So before we get into the broadcast, Sister Georgie like to sing. So I'm going to come back later. I'm going to share some more little tidbits. All right? Okay. And the story you're going to be reading this week, this Saturday morning, I believe it's October 15th. Okay? We're going to be reading Jesus Walks on Water. Ain't that something? And the scripture is coming from Matthew 14. But remember, every week you got to take the Bible and you got to read the whole chapter, okay? Because that's how you're going to play the game, all right? That's how you're going to play the game. So you got to read the story, read the chapter in the Bible, okay? All right? So before we go into that, all right, we're going to sing another song. I'm going to use my tambourine this time. All right. I love the drums, you know. But anyway. This is the light of mine. Yes, we're going to let it shine. Yes, this is the light of mine. Yes, we're going to let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, this is the light of mine. Oh, we're going to let it shine. Yes, this is the light of mine. Yes, we're going to let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Shine all over your home, yeah. We're going to let it shine. Yes, shine all over your home, yes. We're gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Sister Georgie got a little excited, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. But I got a little fun. You fortunate I take up the bag. Oh, yes. We can continue this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! Woo! Sister Georgie waking up. Oh my goodness. Sister Georgie is awake. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. So we're gonna read the Bible story. Yes. Jesus walks on water. And it's taken from Matthew 14. And as you can see right there, yeah, Jesus walking on the water. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side while he dismissed the crowds. Remember last week he fed 5,000 people. Okay, and there's a little word I want you to remember. Jesus said in Mark 5:36, do not fear, only believe. Okay? So after he dismissed the crowds, Jesus went up on the mountain by himself to pray. Remember, he went away after the crowds were coming after him, trying to get him to become king. Maybe he went away to the mountain. When evening came, Jesus was there alone. The boat by this time was a long way from land, so it was in the middle of the water. Okay? It was beaten by the waves, so the wind was against him. So there was some high waves. High waves. Okay? In the fourth watch of the night, Jesus came to the disciples walking on the sea. So guess what? He woke up and he started walking on the sea. Oh my goodness. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. Oh my goodness, what is that? They said, it is a ghost. Oh my goodness, it looks like a ghost. They cried out in fear, Lord, oh my goodness, help, help, help. Oh, immediately Jesus spoke to them saying, hey, yeah, y'all calm down now. Calm down. Take heart. It is I. Do not be afraid. Come on, y'all with me. How come y'all don't know who it is? Okay, Peter answered Jesus, Lord, if it's you, command me to come to you on the water. Jesus said, come. So Peter got out of the boat with his brave self and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he got really afraid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to sink. Because he started looking down. Beginning to sink, he cried, Lord, Lord, save me. Save me, Lord. Save me. Save me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he thought he was bold. So he see him out there. You see, look at him. Look at him getting on the boat. Look at that, and coming out of the water, coming to meet Jesus, and he was doing okay until he looked down, started being afraid. I mean, you got Jesus with you. He said to come to just look at him. All you gotta do is stay focused on him. And if he had stayed, kept his eyes on Jesus and not look down and not become afraid, he would be all right. But how many of us, we're going through, we're doing some things. Some of us get afraid sometimes. So I understand how Peter was feeling. We get afraid of certain things that can happen to us. We see things that frighten us. Some of us see some people don't like snakes and insects. And Sister Georgia don't like insects, and I definitely don't want to be no snake. Okay, and I can't stand mosquitoes. I'm just afraid of them. I don't like them things. No, I don't. Because they be biting me all over and they just tearing up my skin. I don't like, and I don't even know when they biting me. That's what I don't like about these mosquitoes. They are so rude and so disrespectful. How dare they touch Sister Georgie? How dare they bite Sister Georgie? I wish I could slap one of them. Okay. And I don't like, like I said, I don't like insects. I don't know. Some of y'all don't like insects. Some of y'all afraid of those things. Yes. And I don't like uh grouchy, mean animals, bears, and all these things. I don't want to be around them things. I don't want to be near these big bears and big lions, and even monkeys too. Somebody got to be careful with some of these monkeys. Yeah, some of these monkeys go to the zoo. You got to be careful. You can't be doing stuff, feeding them and things like that. You got to be very careful. So, yeah, we could be a little afraid of little things. Yes, things happen, especially little children. We're afraid of little stuff, things that even at nighttime you try to sleep and the place be dark. You got to ask mama put on a nightlight because the place be dark. And, back at the time, you know, we always think they were talking about a little boogeyman gonna come get you. Yeah, so you be a little afraid. I remember my grandma, God rest her soul, my paternal grandma, Lord Jesus, that woman could tell some stories, Lord. And when she spoke, she tell the stories with my brothers, my three brothers, and my little sister and myself. Oh my goodness. We used to lie in the bed with her, and this is in Jamaica, West Indies, okay? That was many years ago. I was a little girl, maybe about 8 years old, maybe 7, 8 years old. And we used to lie in her little bed. She had this little full-size bed. Now, a full-size bed can't hold 6 people, 5 children, and my grandma. And my goodness, we found a way. We curled up next to her. We on top of her, under our armpits, at her foot, wherever we could find space on the bed. And I tell you the truth, my grandmother used to tell us some stories. Oh my goodness, it would make you so scared. She would tell us some ghost stories. Oh Lord of mercy. When she finished telling the ghost stories about going to the bush, walking through the bush at night, and you hear funny sounds. Yeah. And she would just be telling these stories every night time before we go to bed. Can you imagine listening to a scary story at nighttime or even watching it on TV? My goodness, you become afraid. Yes. So when she be telling them stories, oh my Lord. And she would say, we get frightened. Now it was in the dark. So we had our own beds to go to. And we wouldn't go to our bed. We would put our foot on the floor to go anywhere because he thought someone underneath the bed was going to grab our foot. Yes, yes, yes. So she would tell us these stories. Oh my goodness. It was truly something. Yes. But my goodness, I miss my grandma for them stories. Lord have mercy. She used to make me laugh. Oh, it made me so scared. Yes. Oh my goodness, I used to be so. And my little sister, she was scared too at the time. She was probably about maybe 2 or 3 years old. Yeah, so she was young. So we used to sit there. Oh my God. My late paternal grandmother, we used to lie all over her. Oh my Lord. She was something, and she just did not complain. I don't know if y'all had grandmothers like that, but I tell you, mine was something else. Yes, she certainly was. She was a beautiful grandma. So if you got grandmas around and grandma's telling you stories, listen. Yes, grandma, when she tells stories, it can be so fun. Yes, yes. And sometimes the stories can be so scary. Yes. And a little creepy. Yes, yes. But guess what? It's all in fun. When you look back later on, like now, look, I'm at this age and I still remember her stories. I don't remember them word for word, but I remember she used to make me laugh and she make me feel afraid. She just made me so afraid sometimes. That's oh my God. And I clung closer to her when she kept telling the stories. Yes, yes. So This reminds me, this is what reminds me of that when Peter became afraid. So we can be afraid of a lot of things. Yes, things can happen in our lives. That's all part of life, but at the end of the day, the Lord doesn't want us to be afraid. He said, don't be fearful. Okay? You have a great power and mind. Okay? Do not be afraid. Do not fear. God is not giving you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So we're not going to be afraid in spite of what's going on around us, what's happening around us. We're not going to be afraid to go to school. We're not going to be afraid. We're going to if you're dealing with bullies or whatever it is, you're not going to be afraid to stand up to them. And you tell somebody that somebody's bothering you and you don't like it. Okay? So you just got to understand that, live things can happen. So we could be feel like Peter, who became afraid. Okay? But when he called out on Jesus, yes, Jesus saved him. Jesus immediately reached out his hand and took hold of Peter, saying to him, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt me?" Yeah, he just, like I said, he looked down. If he kept focused on Jesus and not looked down, he would have been okay. Okay? So Jesus said, your faith is too little bit. I mean, if he had a faith of mustard seed, he could move mountain, but I don't think he probably had a smudge, and he couldn't, but he had Jesus right there. And he was afraid, you know. But Jesus said, you shouldn't have doubted me. You should just stayed your eyes on me. Okay, then you would have been okay. Now you wanted to come out here on the water, but you're in the little water trying to touch. You start looking down now. You won't be afraid? Come on. Have some faith. I'm right here. I'm right here. Peter, I'm right here. Okay. When they got into the boat, the wind ceased. The wind stopped. And those in the boat worship Jesus, saying, truly, you are the Son of God. Oh my God. They've been with him all this time. But I think they were still learning him. You guys remember they were fishers of men, and they were fishermen. Okay. And then Jesus met them. Excuse me. Jesus met them and he asked them to drop their fishing and come to become fishers of men. So I guess, I'm thinking about it when I studied them. They were taking some time to learn who he is. Yes. So it's a process to learn. And, and as they were going on and growing and building, and they see the many things that Jesus was doing, they were really amazed by that, and they began to worship him. They began to, really adore him. They began to bow down before him and to honor him. Yes, because he was so great. He was so good. He did great wonders, so they worship him and they're very thankful for him. So Jesus, let's answer some questions. Jesus often went away by himself to pray. Remember those times? You know why he went away to pray? Because he needed the strength. When he deal with all these people and they're pulling on you, and you got to be healing them, and you got to be raising the dead, you got to be doing all this and doing all that, you get tired, you get drained. So Jesus had to always go away to pray to his Father so he can replenish himself, so he gets some more strength, so he continued the journey of the message that he had to share with the people until he went to die and to be resurrected. Yeah. So, go by Sister Georgie. So, create a word cloud of people and situation in your life that you would like to share with God. So, when you're praying, use a God to pray each day. So, when you're praying, you could ask God for a good mind. You could ask God to not be afraid, as we talk about that. You could ask God for protection as you're praying. You could ask God for good health. You could ask him for strength. Okay, you ask him to be a good person. Okay, so you could ask him to have a good memory. So when you're taking your tests, and when you're studying, be able to remember everything you studied. All right. So you could ask him for those things. That could be a prayer, something you could pray for. You could write it down. Okay, or have somebody write it for you. Okay. How does this story show Peter as both a man of faith and a man of doubt? Well, when he was first saw Jesus out there, he was he went out there to meet him. As soon as when I said he doubted, it was because he looked down, he started being afraid, started worrying about stuff, and that's why he almost started to drown. Okay? Describe the time Jesus pulled you out of the waves of doubt. How does knowing that Jesus has saved you help when you need to face something difficult in your life? Okay, I'm going to leave that question for you because I don't want to keep giving you all the answers. Okay, so I want you to think about that. Describe a time Jesus pulled you out of the waves of doubt. Okay, when you say to yourself, "Oh, I don't think it's going to happen." I doubt it's going to take place. Sometimes people may say, "I doubt if I'm going to get healed." Okay, and sometimes people may say that, and then it happens. How does knowing Jesus has helped you, saved you, help you when you need to face something difficult in your life? So if you were sick and you pray in your heart for Jesus to heal you, okay? And sometimes people may say it can't happen because sometimes some illnesses people think it's impossible. But with God, all things are possible. Okay, so you pray to God, and God will touch your life and heal you of any situation, any problem, whatever it is. So you ain't got to doubt. You ain't got to say God's not going to do it. He will. When you give it to Him, put it in His hands. Okay, you ask Him. Okay, and He'll certainly help you. All right. So don't be like Peter, who at one point he was believing, and next thing you know, he changed his mind. Okay. And but I realized too, it looked good while he was at it because Jesus was there. It looked kind of good. Yeah, but he was brave. He was bold. So I say that too. He was brave to get up on that water because I don't know if I would get up on the water. But then again, if Jesus is there, and I'm gonna take my time because he was keeping him from to walk on the water. It was by faith he was doing this. Yeah, he believed, and then all of a sudden he started doubting because he looked away. So what I tell you, you got to keep your mind and your heart, keep your heart, just stayed on Jesus, and everything will work itself out. Yes. So I'm just happy to read this Bible story. This is the topic again. Jesus walks on water in Matthew 14. Okay, so I want you to play the Excel game right after this segment, and I want you to win the prizes. So I hope you register at thexcelproject.com, okay, /register. Go register there and sign up for the game. Okay, Sister Georgie wants y'all to win a game so that we can give you, my team and I can give you the $50 Amazon gift card. Don't you want to shop? Then you want to get some things for school? Or some get a hair bobby pins if you're girls, or guys like little toy cars or whatever it is y'all like to buy. Okay, all right. So this is something that remember, Jesus performed miracles walking on water. So this is wonderful. So our next story is taken from Luke chapter 7. Jesus is anointed. So I want you to read the Bible. Read the Bible. You got to read the Bible, okay? Read the chapter in the Bible. So the chapter you're going to read next Saturday morning is Luke chapter 7. Because when you play the game, it's going to come from the entire chapter. All right? So the next story is Jesus is anointed. All right? So I was sharing, earlier in the broadcast, about little jobs you can do, little things you can do in your community, in your home to learn how to do. And remember,